All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving back into the Premier League today.
Yep.
It's New Year's Eve,
Crazy.
and we've got a match that, on paper, might look like a foregone conclusion,
Yeah.
but I think it's anything but.
Oh, absolutely.
Leicester City versus Manchester City.
Yeah, this is not your typical David versus Goliath kind of setup that you
Yes.
might expect at this time of year.
Right. We've got a Leicester City that's trying to claw its way out of the relegation zone.
Desperately.
And we've got a Man City that, well, are having a bit of a slump, shall we say.
Yeah, a little bit of a dip in form.
So let's dig into this. Leicester, they're coming off of a rough patch, to say the least.
Yeah, 3 defeats in a row.
3 defeats in a row.
Not good.
And that's put them in the relegation zone for the first time this season.
It's a tough spot to be in, especially for a team that, not that long ago were considered a real force.
Van Nistelrooy, their manager, he's trying to stay positive. He's got it, right?
Got to rally the troops.
But their home form hasn't been great either. That's a bit of a worry.
Well, and it's not just the losses.
Right.
It's that they're conceding a lot of goals. Their defense has been shaky this season.
Yeah.
And that's
And you can't win games if you can't keep them out of the back of the net.
absolutely. It's basic football, right?
All right, so let's flip over to the other side now. Manchester City. They're a team that, well, they're used to being at the top of the table.
Champagne football every week.
But they are having a real shocker at the moment. One win in their last 13 matches.
Across all competitions.
13 matches across all competitions. And, they're sitting 14 points behind the leader.
Oof.
That's not where they want to be.
No. What is going on with them?
Well, that is the big question, isn't it? For a team that's just been so dominant for so long,
Yeah.
this recent form is, frankly, bizarre.
Right.
One win in 13.
Yeah.
Something's not clicking. All right, so what are some of the things that we think might be going wrong? I mean, what could be contributing to this kind of a drop-off?
Well, a couple things jump out. One is their away form. They haven't won any of their last 5 away league matches. That's their longest streak without an away win since, get this, 2015?
2015.
So that's something.
And then on top of that, it's not just that they're not winning away from home, but their defense.
No,
It's leaking goals like crazy. 62 goals conceded this year already. That's their worst since, I think, 2016.
Yeah, something's up.
I mean, for a team like Man City, that's almost unheard of.
So is it a confidence thing? Is the tactics not working?
I mean, it could be any number of things. Maybe they're missing a key player. Maybe there's some sort of, I don't know, locker room drama we don't know about.
Could be, or could just be one of those things.
It could be a bit of everything. Every team goes through these phases. It's just, for a team of their caliber, it's definitely surprising.
It's a head scratcher.
All right, so both teams are going into this match
Baggage in tow.
with some baggage, shall we say. Now, if we look at the history between these two clubs, it hasn't been pretty for Leicester.
Yeah.
They've lost their last 4 matches against Man City.
Yeah.
And, get this, City have won their last 4 visits to the King Power Stadium
Which is
without conceding a single goal.
a fortress, basically.
For City, at least.
But there is a little glimmer of hope, right? Back in 2015, during that winless streak they had,
Yeah.
they actually had a draw against Leicester, a 0-0 draw
At Leicester.
So it's not completely, out of the realm of possibility.
Well, and it shows that even when City are on a bad run, Leicester have the potential to hold them back.
Right. So could history repeat itself? Could this be the match where everything kind of comes to a head and
Or City's slump just completely in the match.
implodes? Yeah,
I mean, it feels like, honestly, anything could happen in this match.
it really does. And that's what makes it so exciting, right?
Yeah.
We've got all this kind of narrative tension.
So speaking of exciting, are there any players that you've got your eye on in this one? Any standouts? Any difference makers?
Well, for Leicester, I'm really curious to see what their new goalkeeper, Stolarczyk, can do.
Yeah, he just made his Premier League debut against Liverpool.
And didn't just survive.
He didn't just survive, he played well.
Yeah, he actually impressed. Even Van Nistelrooy had good things to say about him.
But, I mean, Liverpool's one thing. Can he do it against a Man City attack, even if they are in a slump?
Right, because they can still be pretty lethal when they're on.
Exactly. Now, for City, well, there's a lot of talent on that team, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm keeping an eye on Bernardo Silva.
Oh, he's a good shout. He just scored against Everton, and he loves playing at King Power. Seems to always find the net there.
So, he could definitely be a difference maker. Now, I got a stat here that I think is pretty interesting. Man City have dropped 12 points from winning positions this season.
Wow.
That's more than all of last season.
That says something.
So it seems like they're maybe letting the pressure get to them.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of fragility creeping in there. And you know what? A team like Leicester, they could sniff that out and really take advantage.
So to recap here, we've got a Leicester City that's desperate for a win. They need to start picking up points if they want to avoid relegation.
Yeah.
And then you've got this Man City team that needs to figure